在首次宣布参选总统的32年之后，拜登终于一圆梦想。此时他已经77岁了。
As today, I announce my candidacy for President of the United States of America.
当时45岁的拜登被视为最有力的参选人，却被翻出在雪城大学法学院求学时涉嫌论文抄袭遭到围攻。然而，最终是剽窃演讲稿风波使他黯然退选。
I've concluded that I will stop being a candidate for President of the United States.
转眼过了20年。
Are you running for president?
I am running for president. I'm going to be Joe Biden. I'm going to try to be the best Biden I can be.
可惜那年他遇上了奥巴马。
After Biden's short-lived presidential campaign collapsed, long-windedness took a back seat as Obama considered him as a running mate.
Obama was coming with relatively little Washington experience. Here was Joe Biden with 36 years in the United States Senate.
When he asked me if I'd do it, I said no, I didn't want to be vice president. Because my view was I was a fairly powerful United States senator. I thought I could help him more as chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee. So at home, I got the family together. And so my mom looked at me and said, Joey, now let me get this straight. The first black man in history has a chance to be elected president. Says he wants you to run with him. And you told him no, honey?
Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Barack Obama, the next President of the United States of America.
From that moment on, Biden was all in, as long as he could have weekly meetings with the president and serve as his chief advisor on all matters.
如事先料想的一样，他们赢了，美国出了第一位非裔总统。当然，在长达40多年的从政生涯中，拜登也做过一些让他后悔的决定。在漫长的伊拉克战事中，拜登自己的儿子波也是亲上前线的美军之一。他平安自战场归来，却在另一场战役中丧命。他是拜登的骄傲。
Please join me in welcoming my friend, my father, my hero, the next Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Bo served in Iraq with the National Guard.
The Attorney General of the state of Delaware, Bo Biden.
And was the Attorney General of Delaware, contemplating a run for governor.
Honesty.
He was bound for bigger things, and not just because of his last name.
And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being there for me.
He was the heir apparent, but there was no question that he could earn it himself. He was this incredible natural, right, who you just had to get out of the way and let him shine.
I knew he would follow in his father's footsteps. I mean, he loved politics, even as a little boy.
Did you think he was going to run for president someday? Was that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
By 2013, Bo Biden was married with 2 young children.
And then he had this incident while he was traveling with his family and ends up at the doctor's office. And it was after that initial visit with the doctor that we heard from the vice president that he needed to see a specialist at MD Anderson in Houston.
The diagnosis was deadly: glioblastoma, an aggressive brain cancer. The chances for long-term survival near 0.
I said to him, I find it remarkable how you're able to deal with this. He said, you know, the reality is I've dealt with this before.
那是在1972年圣诞节前的1个礼拜，他的妻子上街采买过节用的圣诞树，一辆牵引车撞倒了他们。妻子和小女儿不治，医生还不确定2个儿子能否活下来。此时，距离他选上美国史上排名第2年轻的新科参议员，晋升人生胜利组，仅短短1个半月。
For 6 weeks, we were on top of the world. I mean, was the dragon slayer. We were the bright young hope of the Democratic Party, and it was completely joyful.
从狂喜到狂悲，本以为再没有什么比这更残酷了，谁知到老又再经历一次丧子之痛。
I remember looking back and sort of stealing a glance at one point, and he was praying for it.
Biden also got support from his boss.
The only person I told about how bad off Bo was, and he kept the confidence, was Barack.
For years, years, the president and vice president had a weekly lunch appointment. And when Beau got sick, the struggle became their shared conversation. Did they become closer?
They absolutely became closer, as people do, right, when they experience great life events together.
So close that when the vice president mentioned he might sell his home to help his son, the president made a stunning offer.
I said, if Beau resigns, there's nothing to fall back on, his salary. And I said, but I worked it out. I said, Jill and I will sell the house. We'll be in good shape. And he got up, he said, don't sell that house. Promise me you won't sell the house. He's going to be mad at me saying this. He said, I'll give you the money.
And while the vice president tried to help his son, the son tried to help his father.
I absolutely believe, and I'll believe it till the day I die, that the thing that Beau was most afraid of was not dying. What he was most afraid of is the impact it would have on his dad. That it would really take his dad out.
Did he tell you that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time.
Beau just made me promise. And this was just before he died. He said, Dad, you got to promise me you're going to be okay. I said, Beau, I'll be. He said, Dad, look at me. Look me in the eye, Dad. Give me your word as a Biden, Dad. You're going to be okay.
Are you okay?
I am, because it is still emotional, but I knew what he meant. He was worried I'd walk away from everything I worked in my whole life, the things I cared about. He knew I'd take care of the family. He never wondered about that. But he didn't want me walking away.
Biden is a Trojan horse for socialism.
At his convention, Biden saw himself as the man to lead the way out of the pandemic by believing in science and understanding the pain it has caused.
I know how mean, cruel, and unfair life can be sometimes.
你经常能在公开场合看到拜登安慰悲伤家属的身影。
Someone who has been through it and says, I know how you feel. You kind of look and you say, I guess I can make it. They made it.
People talk about your empathy and your pastoral nature when people are suffering. Did that begin after the accident?
I think it really began in an earnest way with my stutter, because it is the most humiliating thing in the world. For someone, how do you walk up to the girl to go to the 8th grade dance? Say, would you go the and there are always a bunch of chumps out there who would make fun. That's how I learned to kind of fight.
从29岁首次选参议员。
And I said, but I don't think you have a chance of winning.
You said what?
I don't think you have a chance of winning.
And his reaction to that was?
Well, just come and help me. Just come and help me. We'll see. We'll see. On Labor Day, we did a big-time poll. You know what the number was? 47% for Boggs, 19% for Biden.
结果是拜登赢了。美国2020总统大选就又从不轻言放弃的拜登对上最出乎意料的川普。
Every vote must be counted. No one's going to take our democracy away from us. This will not be my victory alone or our victory alone. It'll be a victory for the American people, for our democracy, for America. And there will be no blue states and red states when we win.
捍卫言论自由到底，抢救中天，台湾不能只有一种声音，请立刻订阅中天电视 YouTube 频道，订阅、按赞、分享，开启小铃铛。